Welcome back to Different by Default. It's season 3.
It's always you, man.
How y'all doing out there? My name's Kyrell. I'll be your host. Welcome back to another episode of season 3, man. You know, just chilling, doing our things out here. I got Herb with me.
I got 10. I don't know what you want.
I'm trying to finish this white mystery pause.
Yo, it ain't even break a minute, bro.
Bro,
I was gonna say something, but you know what?
Hey, yo.
He already paused.
Yeah, hey, yo. But, yeah, we just chilling out here. I got Kay with me today. I got Jumba. And, you know, the regular credentials. Thank you guys for subscribing, you know, buying the merch, supporting, showing DBD as much love as you guys can.
Watching that new episode.
Always watching the episode.
Watching the new episodes, always asking questions, always showing love. You know, doing what y'all gotta do. But without further ado, we're just gonna start the episode. And it's gonna be like a broad episode of Different by Default. So you could just ask the first question. And
Wow. I mean, first question for me, I don't know. I feel like this is a waiting question, I think, for everybody in the world right now, given the times that we still currently live in with COVID. Like, I think everybody expected COVID to be what? Like 2 months, 6 months. You stay in. And technically speaking, it's been like a 2-year, technically spanning over.
And then disappear because of war.
Yeah, still spanning. But I think one of the major questions that most people ask is, if you're a healthcare worker, would you rather lose your job or get the vaccine? Or let's make this a little bit broader. As a worker in general, would you rather get the vaccine or lose your job? Because that's what I feel like most of, technically, I want to say maybe corporate America, maybe America in general, has made it become. It's like, yo, you either getting the vaccine or you're getting fired.
You know what? Corporate jobs are not easy to just, swing into another one. So I'd rather just take the vaccine and call it a day.
I ain't gonna hold you, bro. I was trying to dodge the vaccine, bro. And it was just one day I pulled up to work. And like one of the people that was checking up people were like, hey. I'm like, fuck. And I had to like leave the job to get a quick like shot because I only got like my first 2. I didn't get like the last booster and stuff like that.
I didn't get the booster yet, but I don't plan on getting the booster.
I didn't want it. It's just that they pulled up on me like right time. They were trying to make me clock out. I'm like, I'm not clocking out because I'm coming back in. So I was like going for like 2 hours.
I was going to
hours.
get it when I was going to start working in the hospital. But,
No, you got to get the whole process done.
yeah.
Like you can't just take one.
Nah, you get the first shot and then you take as you're in probation, you take the next shots. You take it throughout your probation.
Hey, every job is different, man. They want you to be fully vaccinated
boosted.
for you to come in.
Nah, you take the first shot, but they didn't have the boosters and shit. And when I was going to take it, they didn't have all that extra stuff. They just had the first and the second shot.
Or they might it depends on the building, too.
They just had the first and the second shot, and it was the one that we, I can't remember which, was it Johnson & Johnson?
Johnson, they don't really recommend anymore. They got like
I don't
Pfizer.
remember.
Is it like Moderna?
It might have been Moderna.
Moderna, Pfizer. That's the one they recommend now.
But yeah, you only had to take the first shot before you get the job. When you're getting the job, and then once you start during your 6 months probation, you like 3 months in, you take the second shot.
The reason why I say that because like at my job, like you got to be fully vaccinated to even be able to apply.
Yeah.
Like it's just not I took my first shot. I'm gonna take my It's like you got to be fully done. Or you are exempt because of religious beliefs.
They wasn't allowing that.
Yeah, and if you are exempt for religious beliefs, you gotta wear like proper, like the whole N95 and everything. Yeah. Because we're like COVID like clear. We don't got to deal with COVID.
I mean, at least either way, we had to. It's the hospital. Either way, we had to go ball down in the whole.
Oh yeah, but then again, you in a whole hospital.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna disclose my job even though I did it already.
But I ended up working back in the warehouse because they didn't really care if
They
you
don't
had.
care.
I mean,
Like,
you supposed to wear. I mean, they was
you still have to
wear an N95 from the jump.
Yeah, we just had to make sure we wear the N95 mask. The little white mask that cover your entire face. Like even if you have facial hair, like
my thing is technically you shouldn't be wearing it, even having a beard. To be honest.
Nah, really, that shit.
No, because there's like certain facial hairs. If it's not being covered by the mask, they don't.
You're
not supposed to actually have it.
With my beard, it morphs. I was able to fit it in.
You said
like I could literally just.
Oh, I think you said moist.
Yeah. Why? He said,
Yeah, I thought.
Nah, like I could move my.
you
like,
want a moist beard
when I put
and
my
a
mask on, I
mask?
just move my beard around in the mask.
Oh,
That's
no.
all I did. Plus, it wasn't as long as it was before. They gotta remember, like this was a while ago.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I was about to say,
Now I'm a beast.
Nah,
I'm a werewolf, bro.
Yeah, but I think that's how it was for most jobs. Like, I think jobs even trying to, like, I had a different job.
I think it was like any job that's over 100 people.
Yeah.
Is basically got to take it.
Shit, my first job tried to fire me because I got sick right when the breakouts was
They were trying
happening.
to fire you before you came out for leave. They were trying to get you going.
That was crazy. I had a chance to sue. I messed that shit up myself, but like they fired me for, and he was racist anyway. Like, so it added.
What was he?
Was the race? He was racist.
This guy.
You could disclose the race. You're not disclosing his identity, low key though.
No.
Be
That's
quiet,
not
yo.
getting
Just be quiet. But like, they had tried. Like, a lot of BS was happening at the start of this stuff. Like, you had people firing. You had people where HR was finding every which way you sneeze. Oh, you gotta take a leave of absence. What? For what? I sneezed.
Do you guys feel like now that we're still like going through this COVID time, like you can't even sneeze without someone looking at you crazy? Like you can't even get a blessing.
we
Oh no,
noticed that.
I'll sneeze
Now,
in front of your face.
but like maybe during like when it was really at the height of it, if you sneezed or coughed, it was like,
Yo, I ain't gonna
oh.
hold you.
Nah,
I ain't gonna lie.
My fault. I remember one time it was like this lady, she had she was by somebody with COVID. As soon as I heard that, I had Lysol. Mind you, that thing was on like low supply. Straight pulled up and sprayed it. Man, I'm not trying to fight. I ain't sprayed it like I sprayed her eyes, but like as soon as it,
yeah.
Nah, I just more so made sure I had my mask and hand sanitizer.
Like,
yeah, I used to come in equipped, bro.
it was no way that junk was getting me. And then job was paying too. Like I think my job I had during quarantine, they gave me like $100, and I went back to my other job. They was like, yo, $252. I was like, just to get the vaccine. I was like, I mean, if you giving it,
Nah,
I'll
yeah, they
take
was really
it.
trying to finesse people to get that vaccine.
Yo, they was first of all they was lying about
free
the
Krispy
deadline.
Kreme donut.
Yeah,
For a vaccine.
word, bruh.
Nah, I ain't gonna hold you. I feel like I'm kind of like Kyrie with the vaccine, bro.
I ain't
but
never
when
take
TGI was like, oh, when my job was like, yo, you need to I think you need to take the vaccine if you want to like take a mask off. I like, I'll keep this mask on, bro. And it was just like, yo, there was like, oh, I think there was a point where it's like, yo, you have to have the vaccine to work. I was just like, all right, shit, I was staying in the crib. I'm sorry, like,
Yeah, I'll go home.
I like y'all, but I don't like y'all that much, bro.
It's not even that. Like, I be having a mask on, and like I be moving out my mouth. I be talking to people, so the shit be just coming down. They be like, yo, put their mask on. I'm like, yo, it's not me, it's the mask, bro.
You is the type of dude that had the mask under your nose.
What?
Oh my god.
I ain't say nothing, brother.
Fuck you, nigga.
You got it, bro.
Bro,
Nah, but like niggas be like back then it was like one cough, I'm gonna let you slide. The second cough, I'm like, all right, man, you got it,
Back
bro.
it up, back
was
it
this,
up.
there was this Asian woman in our job who was guy on the first day just coughing like crazy. We just left her there by herself in front of the what's it called
You put your hand
door, and just coughing.
Bruh. You're bugging. All right, on to this next question. Our next question. So, next question is gonna be. I'm gonna ask because I don't care what y'all say. I said the question is, in recent times, like we deal with, you have people that are not as maybe capable as you, where you get born with something happening to you, or with maybe a disability.
Ask the question how it was written down.
So.
you trying to sugarcoat it.
You trying to sugarcoat it. Ask the question how it was written down.
Should people with disabilities be treated differently and paid differently for the same work as a regular person?
What you think, Tan?
We're not doing this. Y'all remember you had this before, bro. We're not slick.
What you think, Tan?
Man, I don't know, man. That's not my that's not my say, bro.
You
As
sure?
long as they can perform and what's it called and the ability they can do, bro, they got it, bro.
Yeah. I believe that they should get paid differently because certain jobs. Because you have a person with one leg, no leg. You have a paraplegic person doing a job better than a two-legged person. It's like say if they're working in a warehouse, but they're able to carry all of this stuff and you can't. I'd be like, like that guy deserves it a little bit more than you, or you just need to get fired because you're not doing your job for real.
I ain't gonna hold you. I know somebody with a disability that worked pretty damn hard.
That's what I'm saying.
Who?
Oh god.
Hard, all right, bro.
Yeah, I ain't gonna hold you. I didn't get that joke at all.
Oh god.
But let's say
Just don't throw no forks in
if
the
I was to think
garbage.
about it, most definitely, because my great uncle, he works hard as hell, and he has kidney problems, heart problems, blood pressure problems. Got a lot of problems. He got a lot of problems that he's been handling for over years, but he works extremely hard. Like he pays off his own mortgage himself. He does a lot of stuff for his family, and you think like you in so much pain. Like how are you working this hard? And I'm looking at him, and that makes me look at it like, dang, he working harder than me, and like I used to do the same stuff. I used to do similar stuff. Well, he used to do similar stuff as me, like, but he been working and he works in the school in the schools.
Setting.
He fixes boilers. He can do a lot of stuff.
Oh, okay.
I agree. Jimmy, got anything to say on that?
Depends on the job. It depends on how high demanding it is. That's how I always feel like. And even if usually they have less hours, they don't have to work, that many hours, and then they get compensated otherwise through welfare, probably like SSI and all that good stuff. So I can't fully be like on something like, nah, you gotta lower their pay, but they do have these things to compensate for the disabilities.
They do.
I agree with that. Anything else to say on that, bro? Or nah, you gon'.
But then hold on, my fact. No, I said my fact, but my fault. But it's some people, man, that that I definitely work with throughout my times,
Take advantage.
and I'm like, nah, y'all taking advantage of this, bro. Like, come on now.
I mean, you got a disability, but you can still get this work done.
The way people
they
with
just be milking it.
disabilities be working.
Nah, cause it's like some people got disabilities, and it's like, bro, nah, cause when I'm talking to you, bro, you making a lot of sense. But as soon as something you don't like, get out of here, bro. It's those that I don't like, cause it's like I said those like,
Yeah,
but it's those people that,
Yeah.
that be like, all right, now you kind of like
Like you have lesser ability, but you're faking your inability.
yeah, there you go.
All right, so
Oh, you gonna let it bubble? Oh, okay.
I got another dude.
I'm gonna lie.
Now you making me think about people that used to finesse workers comp. Oh,
Workers
man.
comp, bro.
All right, so do you guys think that states should be allowed to choose what history they teach in school?
You asked that question terrible. So critical race theory. Critical race theory is the basic saying of, hey, I am allowed to not teach Black or African American history in school. Now, I think states, it's predominantly the South, where you kind of see protesting of white people, where they're protesting. They're like, hey, I don't want my kids to be taught this history. I think there's even a form on Instagram where it's like a school sent it out towards the parents, and it's like, hey, do you want your kids to take part of history if they don't want to? So do you think that students or, well, parents should be allowed to kind of dictate what
Yes.
history is taught to your kids?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because we get taught fake hickory. I think hickory.
Hickory.
Hickory died. But no, we
Hickory.
get taught fake history in school. Like, and we've known this for years, but like we don't ever make changes to the history curriculum. Like it just don't make no sense.
Bro, it's up to the people because you got to go off the demographics of like who's there, who's where. My thing is the same way they talk about how you don't want to teach some people African American history. We learn about world history. But the only time I even hear anything about Black history is on February. And even then,
It's the same washed up shit.
Same washed up thing. I only had one teacher that showed me something that was great. It was like this Black Panther movie where it kind of showed like the beginning and like, the beginning phase of it. I forgot the name of the movie.
Judas and the Black Messiah.
Nah.
I watched-
I was in high school around this time.
Okay, never mind.
What was his name? Mr. It sucks because he was a good teacher. I just never came to his class.
I feel you.
Like I used to do all
It'd
his
be
work,
like
but
that.
never came to his class, bro. Cause it was first period, and I ain't like first period, but
Nah, I was pretty sure my history teacher was racist. He didn't like me.
No, I had like one good history teacher who told me like Black, what's it called, history, the Egyptians all the way up. I think it was like Hart Meadow. I do not remember his name, but like it was somewhere in Hart Meadow. I
I don't know. Only reason I even passed history class, I learned everything on my own. I never went to history
History's
class.
not that hard, bro. Like, people making the scene, bro. You
It's
just
not
just
hard.
remembering the dates sometimes is hard. But other than that,
I ain't gonna. We just sidebarred the crap out of this
No.
question.
No, it's still in the basic of the
No,
questions.
but like,
But
But,
yeah,
s-
still.
but you're still so you're saying, schools the government shouldn't be allowed to say what should be taught in schools.
it should be based off of the people itself.
because look at this,
those-
most of the people that we learn about in history are rapists, murderers, and people that technically didn't really do
My thing is,
enough
we
good
didn't know
compared to
about-
their bad.
We didn't know about Christopher. Oh, I said Christopher. Yo, we
Christopher.
wildin'. I didn't know
I ain't
about
gonna lie,
Christopher
yo.
Columbus until like in high school when they like, nah, this is actually what he did.
He
Now
slaughtered them
This is
niggas.
what you call it. Now, before it was just like, yo, he's a good guy.
You know how
not
many-
saying he's like, cause I don't know. It's weird because it's like, yeah, he took over the land, but this is still around the time of like conquer. And you know,
Christopher
conquer.
Columbus discovered America, but y'all
Yeah.
keep saying he didn't discover America, but we keep celebrating that
so
holiday.
it's just weird.
Look, we
And-
just gonna take the free day off. But
Celebrate St. Patrick's Day. St. Patrick is not a good person.
I'm not gonna hold you. They stopped giving me Christopher Columbus Day off once I hit junior year. I was like,
no, but
I never
I'd
did
say
those
for me-
assignments either.
I don't know.
But for me, I say the government should put Black history into your curriculum. That's how it should be. I mean, if you want history, we only hear half of the history. You like recently Juneteenth recently just came into becoming a federal holiday.
Juneteenth been a thing. Like,
No, it's been a thing,
It-
but
yeah,
not
it's
on a
been a
national
thing.
federal level. I can't lie. I learned about it like 2 years ago. I was in African American history class.
The
It was like,
government's not going to change Black history for the better, though. What you really need is for it to be a bill where the kids themselves can just pick whatever history curriculum they want to learn. If I want to strictly learn about Mandarin history or Chinese history, I want to learn that. I want to strictly learn about Afrikaans history. I want to learn strictly about that. I want to learn about the history of the Caribbean. I want to learn. I could go into that subject. Y'all fit Black History Month into
1 month.
20, not even, you don't even
20
do it the
you're
full,
not even full
not
month.
even
Shortest
28
month
days.
for the
28
year.
You don't even do it for
Shortest
28
month of the
days. You
year.
don't even do Black History Month and study it for the entirety of the month. You study it for like the first 2 weeks and they give you an essay to do and you go into something else. And the whole time they teach you about the same few people over and over. Oh, Rosa Parks switched up, didn't want to sit in the back of the bus, so she moved the seat. Malcolm X, they say the same speech over, but don't go deeper into what he was. They just say he was an angry Black person, basically. That's basically all they teach you.
I had to read about Jim Crow.
Malcolm X,
And all they could say is, I have a dream
Ma-
for the other guy.
Malcolm X, Muhammad Ali,
Yo.
Crispus Attucks.
Wait, let me pause you real quick. When for the there was a Key and Peele stitch. It was like the guy that had to speak after him. Dr. Martin.
Had the worst job ever.
I was like, damn.
I remember that one.
I was like, yo, whew. Continue, my brother. Continue.
All right. To piggyback off what you were saying, I feel like it's kind of repetitive because when Black History came up, when I was coming to school, I was always like, because I was always interested in like history, like traditions and cultures. So when it came to Black History Month, like after like 9th grade, I was just like, I might as well not come to history class. And my history teacher, if you watching this, whatever, like literally, I think Mother, John, whoever, y'all watching this, sorry, but I really didn't want to go to history class. Like I would skip, I would leave because it was like, I'm tired of hearing about the basics of Martin Luther King. I'm tired of hearing the basics of Rosa Parks, Malcolm X. Like, I want to hear about Malcolm X. Yeah, I want to hear about all the other stuff that he did on the Muslim side, I want to hear about Muhammad Ali. I want to hear about Crispus Attucks.
I don't even hear about the Black Panther as much.
Black
You don't hear about
Panthers,
them really at all.
You don't hear about them at all. You just hear them like on social media off like this article off Apple News or something.
I think not once have I ever been taught who the leaders of the Black Panthers were. I learned it at one point. I don't remember it no more,
Yo,
but I
you
had to
wanna
learn it
know-
on my
you wanna
own.
know why I knew the leader of Black Panther? Because of Boondocks, all right?
Yeah, I feel like if you ask a kid, like if you was to ask me, like sophomore year, like, yo, Rel, who's the leader of the Black Panthers? I would think that you're talking about the superhero. Like,
Obviously,
because-
Black Panther.
because I was like, oh, that was an
Wakanda?
actual group. But there's literally more, like the Black Panthers, the Judas, and the Black Messiah, all of that,
And they're definitely one part of history that get painted as a group of angry Black people.
Exactly. And it's just like, it sucks because I feel like kids should know more about their heritage, especially young black boys and girls. You know,
Shout out to Academy 365.
shout out to Academy 365. I feel like we should be learning more about black excellence and not just about like the basics.
Yeah.
Martin Luther King, Rosa Parks, great people, of course. They did step like the boundaries or whatever. They stepped like the guidelines or whatever. But there's more people in Black history that deserve to be like
Yo, they don't even know who the richest person in history is, and it's a black man,
Oh
Exactly.
yeah.
and he was a king.
This guy said,
Okay, I
you
thought.
don't even know.
No, he don't.
Yeah, no, I was trying to remember.
It sucks because like I would like I know what you're talking about. I just be forgetting the name every single time.
Is it start with an M, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it started with an
I don't
M.
remember
It
his
started with
name.
an M.
I think he did a gold walk. I want to say like he walked through Africa.
Walk through a gold walk.
No,
No,
like, I don't know what
I
he did.
talked
But
to-
there's
yeah,
a-
I
He
talked to
traveled
my
with
dad about
gold.
this.
He
Yeah.
traveled
Oh,
with
yeah,
gold. Yeah. Like.
He-
Go ahead.
No. I wasn't about to go ahead.
It's your time to shine.
Yeah.
Like, in school, bro, in Washington, like you meet Ninja was there. Washington Academy and Tyson, they taught us Black history, Kwanzaa, all that stuff.
Mensa?
What's it called? But once you get to like, I think it was like once I got to Lincoln, bro, all I got from Lincoln all the way to my high school was American colonization, bro, and that shit was so ass.
Yeah.
They give you like 1 year of world history. And then just colonizing
And they
the
switch
colonists.
back and forth.
Yeah.
back
Like
and
that
forth.
shit is so ass. I
But throughout
know
the
this shit by
entirety of
heart.
history, all you learn about really is how
You
your
gotta go
people
to
got
college.
raped and conquered.
You gotta go to college to take a class.
But nah,
And
like
then my fault. And then like I went to charter school that had a African what's it called history class, but like girl was not teaching us anything, and she black too. Had memorizing how many states is in? I mean, states, countries in Africa.
It's a lot.
And so yeah,
Made you
try-
memorize it?
nah.
Bruh, hold on. I'm gonna say, I want to see if I'm right.
It's like
I'm gonna say
Past-
60. No,
It's more than the states in America.
Yeah.
nah.
Yeah.
I'm going with 80, bro. Around 80.
like what?
low key, I'm not gonna hold you, but after I got to Lincoln and we stopped learning about Black history and we was learning about world history, and I think in February, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Goku gave us like a Black History Month
I don't
project.
want to remember him.
My fault. Sidebar. It was 56 countries.
56.
So
I
now,
said 54.
So I'm kind of disappointed in myself. I said 80.
I think every year I did a different person for Black history. Like everybody was doing Dr. Martin Luther King. I think fifth grade I did Bill Russell. Sixth grade I did Malcolm. Seventh grade I did Christmas Addicts. And in eighth grade I did Muhammad Ali.
I ain't
And
gonna
just
hold
stopped
you.
going to
I
class.
did Jesse Jackson. I copy pasted him for the next
I think I
3
did
years.
I did the chief of the Blackfoot Indians.
Madam C.J. Walker.
You definitely did do Madam C.J.
Yeah,
Walker. Holy crap, yo.
I did Madam C.J. Walker for my dance class. I had to do Josephine Baker.
Oh, I did that.
What's it called? Damn. It's just a lot.
Oh, what's his name? Holy, yo, this is bad. I forgot. It was for 1 year, I definitely did Jesse Jackson at least 2 times. But for 1 year, it was the guy that did what was he? He was like one of the first doctors, and then basically he was I think he was on a plane something. He needed open heart surgery, and then gave it to him, so he died. I forgot his freaking name, bro.
He's one of.
And then in middle school, I did like what's his name? Yo, I'm forgetting everybody's name. The big dude from Green Mountains, I did him.
Oh,
Yeah,
I know what you're talking- I
Cause
can't
Green
remember
Mountain was
his
my
name.
movie
Yeah.
around then, bro.
I ain't gonna lie. You ain't never
And
watched
it
Green
sucks.
Mountain. You ain't never cried.
You know the Lion King movie is based off an African Egyptian story, bro. I did not know that. What's it called?
You gotta go on YouTube and watch
Yeah,
22
I did not
unknown
know that
facts
till like
about
middle
something,
school, bro.
and then you learn everything.
But the story is like vivid.
Yo, how did I forget his name, bro? Time go by so
Kind of
fast.
a sidebar. Maybe kind of bring the sidebar into maybe a little bit real world. So, Colin Kaepernick is a NFL quarterback still technically. He's been out of the league for I want to say 5 to 6 years, right? He got blackballed, and hasn't played since.
He's
Now-
never getting a chance. Certain people that get blackballed, they never get a
Okay,
chance.
so my question is to you. So the NFL did give him a chance at a workout, and he didn't go to it. He declined it.
Because it was a fake chance.
Do you feel like it was a fake chance though?
Yeah.
They declined it because of the I think it was he declined the pay they was gonna give him.
No. He declined the waiver.
Okay.
So they said he declined the waiver of just even going to it.
Yeah.
Because so you feel that he should have.
It wasn't a real opportunity. Like, yes, it was an
My
opportunity,
thing,
but it was
what was
all for
on it?
face. It wasn't an actual opportunity. Like, you have people that will give you a chance, but only for their benefit to make it seem like they're better. Like, not better, but you know what I mean.
The
like,
better people.
Like, they're better than
He
what
was
they
a tool
really
of
are.
publicity at that moment.
That's all he was. He was a tool to get the publicity back on their side, make it all. The NFL actually gave him a chance, and Colin Kaepernick turned it down.
So if you feel that if he went, he would have still got no job.
Yeah, he wouldn't have got a job. He would have been
It was gonna
going.
be a double. And
And
be
it's-
honest,
He would have been going.
That's
It
crazy.
sucks because what's it called? His performance and what's it called when he was actually on like really inspired. Well,
He was still better than
It's
some of the
what I'm saying.
quarterbacks that were
Besides Russell
starting.
Wilson, like he was really scrambling, the best scrambling
I
quarterback.
think he
What's
was
it called?
before Russ.
I feel
was.
like they're still like.
No, Michael Vick was there, but like after him, he was actually doing. He was
I feel
actually
like
Michael
there's
doing.
Vick
like
wasn't,
25,
like,
40
out, like-
quarterbacks that Colin Kaepernick is still better than. So
You said name who?
I said there's like 25 to 40 different quarterbacks.
He's better than Jimmy Garoppolo, that's for sure, bro.
That he's
My thing is
way
from the
better
time
than-
that he was there, and then the time that he around the time that he left, he was still like I could say he was like a top. I could say he was a top 10 around.
He,
that
he
time.
gave
top
the
10, top
Niners
13.
He
No,
gave the
I said
Niners
top 10.
3 good playoffs runs, but they lost to the Seahawks. But like he gave.
But their team had a whole bunch of other issues while he was on there though, so I can't really blame.
Yo,
those
like I could
losing
name
those
around that
on
time
him.
you had Russell Wilson, you had Tom Brady. I don't know why I said Russell Wilson first. Drew Brees. You had Aaron Rodgers. You have I'm gonna be biased Ben Roethlisberger.
yeah.
You got
Cam.
Payne was
Yeah, that's what I said.
and then
was still-
Eli was still was going at his peak.
Eli was never really.
He was still at his peak. He was still at his peak.
I get
you had
that, yeah.
Eli. You had
Cam.
Yeah, Cam
Cam-
Newton. Because
no,
Cam Newton was.
But Cam just popped up, so I don't know what time he left. I think he did leave around the time when I
No,
think his
no,
last
no.
year. I think his last year
Wasn't the Bronx? Wait,
wasn't his last year. He lost to the Panthers.
I think so.
So yeah, around that time that was what you call it. Colin Kaepernick
So
was
wait,
up
I got
there.
a question for you. So, him right now, as a general manager of a sports team, would you pick him up? Even he's 37 years old.
No, because
No.
he's too old. That's the only reason, and that's messed up.
His window's too. Yeah, like his window for.
If I'm
peak is,
seeing it, like, yeah,
diminished.
you're probably still a good quarterback, but right now you have so many young quarterbacks that's coming up. It's kind of hard to pick him over other quarterbacks right now. Like right now,
And my
I'm not
thing
gonna
is
hold you.
now we getting quarterbacks straight off the
The most I
college.
can
That's
do.
wild.
That's
yeah,
what I'm
the
saying.
most you can do is pick him up and have a mentor.
yeah,
You know what
like
I'm
have
saying?
him as a good
But,
veteran.
like,
Like say,
But like he's not gonna be
How
down
many?
for that.
Yo,
No,
my
no,
thing
no.
is right now it's really gonna be hard to pick somebody like that because like who want to pick quarterbacks like that when now we starting to like really see quarterbacks that's coming straight out of college wilding.
because
the
they still
problem is
have
Because
injuries.
usually whenever quarterbacks come out, they usually be under the wing for a moment. But as soon as they hop on, that's it. Lamar
'Cause you're gonna
Jackson,
have-
that's only because it's,
No.
Lamar Jackson only because he what you call it? They didn't really start him. They started him later on. They see the improvement after Joe Flacco
To be
went crazy.
wait, go, yeah, I got you.
A lot of those quarterbacks that came out of college, some of them didn't even really start.
That's what I'm saying.
That's
They came out of college, yeah, wilding, but once you get into the NFL, yeah, they still had to take 7 weeks off to get themselves adjusted. Not 7 weeks off, but 7 weeks as a backup to get themselves adjusted properly. So
Two things for the mentor thing. Colin Kaepernick is never going to be a mentor to a young quarterback. It's not to say that he won't. He's just that. type
nah,
of person.
he'll
It's
have
just-
that mentor
it's not-
mentality.
it's not-
I
but
just don't think that he's had so much to prove that at this point it's
it's
like I'm not.
I
the one
want
that
this
has-
chance myself.
Yeah, and then second, I disagree. I think as a quarterback, well, technically as any NFL player, is demanding is now. It's like as soon as you're drafted, if you're not producing between the first season, you're gone, and it's
But-
that easy.
Yeah, but people gotta forget it. Don't that's what, like even in the NBA or any sport, it takes time. You know what I'm
But it's
saying?
a faster paced sport because you don't.
It's 17 weeks,
It's
bro.
a-
If you
it's-
don't,
Your
It's a
longevity is
it's a
not the
faster
same
paced
as an
sport,
NBA.
and it be ends. What's it called? It's like as a coach, is your job on the line.
It's just
it's
with the
people's
mentality.
jobs in the
The mentality
like-
of the league now is I pick that dude up. I gotta make sure that he produces.
Like what's
Yeah.
his name? Is it? am I Justin Fields? What's it called? The quarterback for the Bears.
Justin
He wasn't ready.
right?
I
It's
said
not-
he
it's
wasn't
not
ready
that
from
he
the
wasn't
jump.
Ready. What's it called? He has an old line that's breaking down every few plays. What are you really gonna do with that? Force the scramble.
But back
Yeah,
to,
but he still. I'm like he wasn't ready though. On top of that, he still wasn't ready, which is why he crumbled faster than others.
There are very few quarterbacks that actually come in And actually, I feel like recently, I think Justin Herbert was probably the best example I've seen of a quarterback that got drafted.
Isn't he
I say
6'6"?
him
Yeah.
and Joe Burrow.
Yeah, but that my boy Joe Shiesty right there.
Justin Herbert's like 6'6", right?
He's like 6'7".
Tall as
He's
fuck.
tall.
That boy,
But that's good for a quarterback.
But back to Kaepernick. Like it's crazy because you bring up Kaepernick, and I was just listening to something about him the other day. Snoop was like, "Yo, Jay-Z part of the like. I think Jay-Z owns part of a team in the NFL. I forgot what he
he's
owns
in a partnership with the NFL.
Yeah, he's in a partnership with the NFL. I remember he owns something, and it was like, yo, Hove up there. Why didn't Hove like just do something for Kaepernick, like give him a job?
Because it's not good for business.
And then they was talking about it.
It's
and
so like
I forgot what they said because it was like I didn't recently hear it. Like if I knew he was talking about it, then I had watched it before the show and been like, yo, I could bring y'all some bullet points or whatever. But Snoop was mad. He was like, yo, you can't be doing this. And then it was like, yo, Ho tried to stand up for him. He was like, yo, I ain't hear it.
Now I get where Snoop coming from, but at the same time, you still gotta think about it. It is a business standpoint. Like, yeah, I might want to get him back in the league, but like, how is that gonna work out for the business aspect? Am I actually gonna be able to give him a chance? He's gonna make money from me, and like prove to them that like, oh, this wasn't a bad decision, or is it just gonna go out in a flame of not glory, but
it's blazing glory. Right?
yeah, blazing glory.
I think Colin Kaepernick's story is great, but it's just to me, it's like at this point, if he magically, God willing, gets onto a team and he ain't proven in like the first 2 weeks, it's just gonna be a whole terrible decision. And I can't even blame an NFL team for that because when you take that on, you're taking on a whole story of every single day, every single question you get is gonna be around him. It's not to say, and it's to say that not every team can deal with that. Because if you're a player on that team, and it's like you gotta deal with that. Like some people ain't.
The question is,
built for
can
it.
you afford dealing with somebody that get blackballed? And that's what makes when people get blackballed like that so hard to come back. Because there's so much of a sacrifice. Because you're taking a chance, and you know as soon as he doesn't do what he was supposed to do, you get backlash.
Like Brian Flores, he's the coach that filed against the Giants. I want to say.
Nah, it was it was the Giants, and he also said something against Miami.
No, Miami was a setup from the jump, but that's clear. Like that coach was like, the owner was like, "Yeah, I'll pay you millions of dollars to lose," and this nigga was still winning. I was like, "Yo, congrats!" But I knew he was gonna get fired.
Yeah.
And then I think he sued. I think he was trying to get on the Texans because the Texans hired a black coach, but he was in the running with the coach, and then he dropped the PR thing. He dropped the suit before they made the decision, and then they went with the other black coach. But I mean, at that point, it's like, what you mean? Like, stop trying to take shine for that black man getting the job because it's hard as enough. You're there, and you know how hard it is to get that job. He got the job.
And
Why
some
can't he be great?
coaches get that job purely off of connections alone.
Nepotism and
I feel like
connection.
it was like the NBA, bro. When you speak for someone, like, and you have like I don't know, like a friend, like LeBron, for example. Like LeBron can get anyone anytime. Simple as that. In the NFL, it's not really easy like that. People especially depending on your position. You a wide receiver trying to tell me what quarterback should give you? I think not. But you Tom Brady, you a quarterback, you control the field. I'm obviously gonna give it to you unless you was, but like, you know what I'm saying?
There's different hierarchies in each sport. I feel like NBA is way more diverse than the NFL. Like if you look at the ownerships, you see like people from all different types of countries in NBA. NFL has really just been family based. White people passing it down from generation to generation, legitimately.
So
like,
it's not enough black coaches. There's not enough black owners.
Yeah.
It's not enough of nothing.
I don't think there's. I think the only diversified. I think there's an Asian. The Buffalo Bills owner is an Asian woman. I think that's the only thing I can remember.
There is a woman owner.
Yeah, but other than that, it's really not diverse. So that's where I think the NFL has their biggest problem. And with that, we wrap up.
Well, I had to wrap up the show. Thank you guys for joining this episode. It was a real good one. Hope you guys enjoy it when you guys see it. And until next time, keep getting your merch, subscribing, getting your friends to subscribe. We're starting that mission to 1K for followers and 500 for subscribers. We starting off small. And until next time, stay different by default.
Bon voyage.
Who's doing the video, Tan or Jumba?
No video.
No video?
Yeah.
Wait, what video?